Yo guys, what's up? It's Inflexxius. Today we're playing Jackson to Gwen top, but first we're gonna go do some shenanigans in their jungle. So, if you're starting the side of the map, and they're starting their blue side jungle, you can actually go mess with their jungler like this. Doing it against red side is really hard, but doing it here is perfectly viable. Here I'm just letting Hecarim take as many hits from the blue buff as possible. Gwen E's in, I have counter strike, so I mess with her a bit. Land the stun on the Hecarim. He's still taking blue buff autos, by the way. I step in to get another auto off onto him. I could have actually autoed him once more there, but I misclicked onto the Gwen. I decided to flash because I'm scared. Gwen ignited me, and if I tanked 2 more autos from her, then Talon could have come in and one-shot me with his own flash. But now, we're coming into lane without some, so we're gonna have to sack Prior to Gwen. Usually you can take Prior against Gwen as Jax, but this one isn't, but it's not going to work this time, because, you know, we kind of broke our legs to break Hecarim's legs, right? To break Hecarim's legs. And that's the thing, you can do that, because Hecarim is super invadable, and we have an invading jungler in this Lee Sin. And you see, look, he actually went between their 2 towers to go mess with Hecarim. That's so brutal. And you see that first blood there? We didn't get an assist for it, but we did that, right? That was due to our actions that first blood came about. Now, so yeah, and we, like I said, we broke our own legs to break Hecarim's legs, but that's worth it because, you know, the top laner falling behind versus the jungler falling behind. Which role has more impact, am I right? Now, I don't know if I'd recommend necessarily doing that. I don't necessarily think I'd recommend doing this before, if you're lower elo than Grandmaster, because, or if your jungler is lower elo than Grandmaster, because in my opinion, in my experience, a jungler that is below Grandmaster doesn't know how to take advantage of the pressure. So here Gwen does some emote spamming. I decide to mute that because I don't know about you guys, but if my lane opponent starts spamming emotes in lane, I get super distracted and it becomes like unplayable for me really quickly. So it's just instant mute every time. So our top priority right now is to just get this wave in versus Gwen, right? She has an item lead on us, but if we can crash this wave, then we're super happy and super good. Here, I jump on her, activate the counter-strike, and use my counter-strike to get her to disengage, while at the same time using it to shove the minion wave in. Gwen melee ranges us, so we just give her an auto W and walk out. So I started Corrupting Potion. We get a double longsword. I like double longsword a lot of the time over Sheen. We get Corrupting Potion because... Or I started Corrupting Potion because I've been experimenting with Mana Flow Band Transcendence on Jax. Never let Gwen E into you like this, by the way, because you just punish her, because her E's are a disengage tool, right? So if she doesn't have E, you can jump on her and with your counter-strike and just mess her up. But as I was saying, I've been experimenting with Mana Flow Band Transcendence on Jax, and it feels pretty alright. But you need Mana Sustain in lane. You can't survive the lane without Mana Sustain, so that's why I go Corrupting Potion. If you want a more standard rune page, then you can run this. This is what I'd recommend versus Gwen. But yeah, right now I'm trying the Mana Flow Band out. Hecarim shows up. We can't really jump on the Gwen because we just saw Hecarim topside, right? We couldn't jump on her before because we didn't know where Hecarim was. And also, if Gwen has a fully stacked Q like this, it's going to hurt a lot to jump on her because she's just going to EQ away and you do a bunch of damage. And versus Gwen as Jax, you can jump on her and instead of auto-attacking, like walk towards her tower. And then she'll usually E away from you towards her tower. And then you'll be able to land your E and land the stun and then get a decent trade. But if she has a fully stacked Q like this, you're going to take so much damage, and because you need to walk in a straight line, she has an easy shot to land like the center's Q snips, right? And that's going to do so much damage. But if you can fake out her Q like that, then, you know, then you can jump on her, right? And that's what a lot of this matchup, right, is she's going to try to Q you, but she can't EQ you, so she's going to try to Q you. And if she does, then you can jump on her. If you can fake it out, then you can jump on her. Now here she recalled. She's obviously not going to just recall when a wave is pushing towards her like this if she doesn't have TP, right? So we use that opportunity to immediately shove the wave in. And we just walk our way back to lane here. Unfortunately, she does manage to crash the wave, but it's fine because now we can slow push the wave back to her and deny her a few minions. However, unfortunately, there is action going on in their jungle. Now, Lee Sin's trying to snowball his lead, and that's fine, but, like, it sucks because Sylas continues the fight here as well. And now I have to walk down there to help. You see, I really don't want to do it, right? You can see the hesitance in my character, but, like, in my movements, but, like, But like, I decide to go over here because I don't want to help, because the thing is, the minion wave is pushing away from me. So that means I'm losing minions every second I'm not in lane. However, because Gwen died, it actually turns out to be fine, because now I can get 2 plates here and deny her a few minions to her tower. So it's actually fine because Gwen died, but you know, I didn't want to go there. So, Gwen E's into us, mess her up. I want to get one more Sheen proc in, so I hold on to my W. I eat a bunch of Qs, but that's fine. So, I decided not to back there because I'm really close to my Divine Sunder, and I really want my Divine Sunder. And here it is, right? Now I can sell the Corrupting Potion and get the Divine Sunder. It does suck a bit to sell the Corrupting Potion this early, because it helps a lot for the mana sustain, even in the side lane, before your Mana Flow Band is stacked. But Divine Sunder is such a huge power spike. Also, here comes Gwen, she's ganking with Hecarim again. Just Counter Strike, keep running. Ward hop away. Sidestep both the ults. I'm getting counter gank here, so we can see if we can turn this. Talon flashes onto me and one-shots me as soon as he comes into vision. Sad. If I had a faster reaction, I could probably have lived there. Sylas goes down. Sylas gets the Hecarim, goes down to the Gwen. Lee Sin gets the big fat shot down, so that's big. And Lee Sin manages to not die to the Gwen, really good. Now, I get the boots, I get the Ruby Crystal to work towards Styrax. And Lee Sin's already topside, right? Because Lee Sin is topside, that might make Hecarim want to go for a dragon play, right? So I run bot lane immediately to deny him any dragon play. And I happen to find him just like, messing around in the river, right? And we get a free kill. Really good stuff, really great. Exactly enough for Ionine boots, so I decide to go for it. You could probably go plated seal caps as well, but I really prefer Ionine boots in this game, because they don't really have that many auto attackers, right? Only Jhin and Gwen are their real auto attackers, and Gwen is like a big chunk magic damage, right? Gwen does most of the magic damage, right? Or no, she does magic damage. So here we go down to the dragon fight. I use my ultimate there because I thought Talon was going to come in and one-shot me. He decides not to, but then you know what? I don't die either way, so I'm fine. We go up to the top lane here, shove the wave out, get the honey fruit because, a little bit of health never hurt anybody. Mana Flow Band fully stacked, so we have some side lane mana sustain, and the Transcendence ability haste is super nice. We can start working towards our Styrax now. I'm going Styrax because I want some assistance versus their burst, especially since the Talon is super fed. I don't want to get one-shot by the Talon. Here I TP in to assist the Sylas. I have to flash over to actually land the stun on the Talon here. He does manage to go down. I decide to keep going. Nautilus is coming, and I'm really strong. Leona is so tanky, dude. My goodness. So, shove the wave in here. So I'm kind of getting close to my Styrax. Or I want a decent back, right? So I'm just going around grabbing some farm. No real reason to back right now. If I don't need to use I'm low on resources, but if I don't need to use the resources, then it's fine. So at this point, I'm getting close to my Styrax. So I decide to try to greed for it. Just keep pushing waves. Look for farm anywhere I can. I decided to go mid lane here because Kog'Maw is pushing on their second tier tower mid lane. I don't know why. ADC freaking solo pushing mid tower, but there it is. I decided, at this point it's getting a bit dicey. Dragon spawning, so I need my resources, so I decided to recall even though I don't have Styrax yet. There's a fight going on in their jungle. Make my way over. I don't like fighting here. I never like fighting in this spot here. When their tower is up, it just gives them, it's just so good for them. It makes it really hard for us to force the fight. Lee Sin actually just takes the Q back. We have the Herald here, so we can go in. We can probably take this tower here. Go in and take the tower. Good stuff. Now, Dragon is up, so we ping it. We go for it. Kog'Maw and I do this while Lee Sin just is in their base, doing something. I don't know. I mean, they're killing people, I guess, but, my goodness. I don't know. So, we go top lane here to make a play on the Gwen. Counter strike here, save the Sylas. Save the Sylas. Okay, Sylas lives. Push the wave out. Ideally, I'd want to be split pushing bot lane, actually, because I have TP and Barons up. I decided to take the tower here. But, it's just, I made a play on Gwen. Yeah, Sylas and I went to go make a play on Gwen. We get the Baron here, which is fine. start working towards our Spear of Shojin. Ability haste is just really strong. Now we want to be top lane, because the next objective to spawn will be Dragon. So we'd like to pick a lane and just kind of, you know, push down. It doesn't really matter too much, to be honest, because both objectives are down, so it doesn't matter too much which lane we split push, but I like to split push. But Silas is split pushing bot. Ideally, honestly, we'd usually like to split push bot, because that tower is up, that second tier tower is up, but Silas is split pushing there. So we're fighting a little bit here. Gwen used her E. We traded ults. I'm super happy with trading ults. I'm super fine with trading ults. Flash onto her. Try to finish her off. Sterax procs. And yeah, just shove the tower in here. Now, my objective here is to get the inhibitor. I don't want to fight. I just want the inhibitor. So I'm just, you know, trying to get this, and then I want to leave. But Lee Sin looks for a play here. He throws the Q and lands it on the Leona, which is not great. I decided to try. I wanted to leave by the Hex Gate, but I get interrupted. Then I tried to go for the Leona. I die anyway. Lee Sin goes nuts in chat. I just instantly mute him. No point. Do not look at it. Almost have a Spear of Shojin at this point. So yeah. Like I said, I went Sterax because Talon Burst, but also because of the tenacity for their bot lane, because their bot lane actually has a lot of CC. Here, Lee Sin manages to barely live. Hecarim jumps over. Okay, at this point I'm isolated. I want to leave, so I take the Blast Cone out, knock the Leona over. Or did Leona E over the wall? I wasn't looking, I'll be honest. But yeah, we keep chasing. Nautilus lands a good hook on the Talon. We keep pushing here. Take that inhib. Silas lands the E on the Jhin. I just beat on the tower here. Hecarim jumps low enough, so I take him out and immediately hop out so I can break tower aggro. Inadvertently dodge the Leona ult. Really good stuff. We take the tower here. Just beat on the Nexus. Now, here, oh man, here I jump on the Talon, but I just die. No, here's the thing, right? Disgusting by me. Disgusting, because I should have just stayed on the Nexus. Like, honestly, I didn't realize that we were in danger of not ending there. If I did realize that, I would have actually just kept beating on the Nexus. Just kept kiting down and beating on the Nexus, because Talon already used this hop over the Nexus. He couldn't have hopped back onto me again, and I'd be able to have ended the game there. But I'm a cringe player, apparently. Please, have mercy on your teammates, and have mercy on everybody. Just beat on the Nexus. Just kill the Nexus when it's open. So here I want to pressure bot lane because I want to threaten to backdoor them, to deny them the ability to contest Baron. Now, worst case scenario, I die here and we get Baron, right? So I don't mind going a little bit too aggressive here. They spend Gale Force, Talon uses ult. That's fine. We get the Baron. Like, it's worth it. Now, I did mess up there. I might have been able to live, but I did mess up. Because what I should have done was just keep running down the lane, dodging the Jhin shots. I jumped up to try to get out of the Jhin radius as fast as possible. God was just gunning them down. I tried to get out of Jhin ult as fast as possible by jumping up into the jungle, but like, you know, how am I gonna get away from Talon in the jungle, right? Here I just get the Obsidian Elixir because this looks like it's gonna be an end, so I want as much stats just to secure the end this time. And yeah, that's that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.